Let's see if we can pick up where we left off in the previous lesson. Now, what we did in that lesson is work with character and paragraph formatting, and in this lesson, we're going to be working with character and paragraph styles. So we saved the document at the end of the lesson. If you forgot to do that, it's no big deal. I have a saved version of it where we left off in your exercise file called Character Paragraph Styles. So go ahead and open up either one, you'll be fine. Now, we did a lot of work in that previous lesson. We changed, for example, our subheading right here. And what we did is we made it bigger, we made it bold italic, we changed the font, we changed some of the spacing between the letters, we gave it more space at the bottom. We did the same thing with our paragraph down here. We made changes to it. We did a lot of work. I don't want to have to replicate that work again over here because I don't remember, to be honest with you, every little tiny nuance of change that I made. Well, that's where styles come in, of course. Styles are not new to Illustrator. Microsoft Word has them, InDesign has them. Most programs that are word processors do. So let's start with paragraphs here. Paragraph styles, I'm going to bring it over so we can see it. And there's nothing there yet. Now, if I come in to this paragraph, just be in that paragraph, or if I come in to my subheading, let's start there. I want to make a style out of that so I can apply it over here. Click New. Now, if we double click here, we can give it a name, like subheading 1. Very Microsoft Word-like, and that's fine. If I unselect it here and then come back and double click it, you will notice that everything is here. I can change this stuff by clicking. Everything that is here can be changed over and over again. Now, I prefer to make my styles after I've applied them to text and I've looked at it and I like it. Kind of makes sense. Down here, got a lot of stuff. We indented the first line. We changed the font. We changed the justification. We pushed it off the left. Did a lot of stuff. I want to make a style out of that too, and it is a paragraph style. So just get in there somewhere. We'll go ahead and click the New button. Let's give that a name. Main body text, whatever you want to call it. And again, if we double click on it over here, you can see there's all the stuff. Now, we want to apply it over here. First thing, the bristle brush should be in this font and size and type here. So I'm going to select it. You don't really have to select it in most cases. Go ahead and select it. Go ahead and select subheading 1. And there you go. Let's do this too. Come over here, main body text. And there you go. Now we could keep this up. The whole idea of paragraph styles, of course, is to make it easier for you to apply these things over and over again. Let's do one character style. Now, character styles, the only really difference between them would be the fact that you are working with a piece of selected text like, one character, or maybe a word as opposed to an entire paragraph. So let's do something here. Let's say we want to italicize some stuff, like anytime we see Adobe Illustrator, or maybe the word CS5 or something, or 6, whatever. And I'm going to go ahead and select Adobe Illustrator. I'm going to go into my character panel over here. Remember this. I'm going to change from regular to italic. Okay, so we have Adobe Illustrator in italic. Now I'm going to select one of the words. You don't really have to select the whole thing. I'm going to click New. I'm going to get in here, and I'm going to name it Italic AGP. Now, AGP stands for Adobe Garamond Pro. And just lets me know the font, too, because it will change fonts and everything. Now, if we want to apply that, obviously we come over here, and there's CS5. I wrote this for CS5, so it's a little bit outdated. If I select CS5, though, right here, actually CS5.5, and I select Italic AGP, and there it goes. So it's an easy process to do, but the cool thing is, what if after you've done this, you decide you want to change something? So we have the bristle brush and we have multiple artboards, and they're in a particular font, etc., and we decide, or maybe editing decides, that it needs to be blue. And you go, well, I've done that 15 times. Wow, this is going to take a while. Well, no. That's why we create these. Number one, they're stable. They don't go anywhere. Every time you click them, they will give you exactly what you asked for. And number 3, if you'd like to experiment or change, you're only one click away. So that is our subheading. So what I'm going to do here is make sure I don't have anything selected. And I'm going to go up to, and I'm on the selection tool. I'm going to double click on subheading 1 and get into it. Now here's character color. And say we want them to go to blue. changes it to blue. If I click OK, everything that used that style, you probably know that already. But there are a lot of time-saving features in programs that we have a tendency to kind of just forget about or ignore because we don't use them that often. But paragraph styles and character styles are great. One other thing, if you come up to the options button right here, and all panels have a little options button right up here, if you click it, one of the options that you can use is actually to load paragraph styles. Now, what that will ask you to do is find the document that they're in. So if you like the styles you created in this particular document and you're working on another document, those styles won't be there. Remember, this is Adobe Illustrator, it's document specific. But you say, oh man, I'd like to have those styles. So one of the things that you can do here is load paragraph styles. It will locate, or you'll have to locate the file that they're in. And when you locate the file, it doesn't open the file. It basically brings those styles in for you. So it is a great way to build up kind of like a reservoir of a lot of styles that you can use over and over and over again. On to the next.